Epsom Downs Racecourse, Surrey, home of the Epsom Derby, the UK's premier flat race for thoroughbreds. Each year, over 140,000 people flock over to watch the spectacle, but for some others, it's a cruel activity. So what really goes on behind stable doors?
So I'm a horse trainer who trains 25 horses who run in flat races all year round. As a rule of thumb, horses would turn up in a typical training yard like this at about 20 months old, and then they would start racing any time from 24, 26 months old. We're not an industrial sized unit. We can give them the leisure time that is important psychologically for them, because obviously they're a herd animal and they like to interact with each other, and they socially interact with each other, and they need to be able to do that. Yeah, yes, from time to time I would have a moral issue about doing it, but that doesn't mean I question should I be doing it. It's one of those discussions you'll never stop having, you know, and as I say, if somebody doesn't believe that animals in sport is right, you won't be able to persuade them that it is. It's like saying, how can you make motor racing safe? There isn't a way of making it so that no horse ever gets hurt and no person ever gets injured. I am able to sleep comfortably knowing that I afford my horses a wonderful lifestyle, and I've dedicated my entire life to their welfare.
Each year, approximately 7,500 new racehorses are brought into the industry, with that same number leaving each year. In 2006, a total of 7,590 horses left British racing. 2 years later, 852 of those horses were reported dead, and 2,404 could not be accounted for. So what could be the cause behind these figures?
Historically, I'm sure you will find that the youngest age for racing used to be 4-year-olds. I think the fact that we're racing 2-year-olds is putting extra stress on them, and that itself does create loads of problems which then have to have veterinary treatment. In other equestrian disciplines, we would not be backing 2-year-old horses. So we could divide the problems roughly into musculoskeletal problems and respiratory problems. You can have what we used to call sore shins and stress fractures from racing on immature bones or training on immature bones. You get more respiratory diseases because they're brought together as youngsters, they're more prone. And if they do get herpes or something like that, that can affect their respiratory system for the rest of their life.
So it leaves the question, despite any joy these horses get from running in herds, is it right for trainers to be racing such young horses simply for our entertainment? And is there a future where people can still enjoy a day at the races whilst watching horses of an older age run instead?